Hey, long time no see my friends. I apologize for kept you waiting. I'll try to release more videos often than I previously have. Today I'm bringing you another top 5 video. This time it's my favorite games of the Nintendo 64 console. In this list I've been choosing one game per franchise. Be sure to let me know in the comment section below which yours are after watching. Alright, let's do this. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, putting you in the cockpit of 23 different pod racers on 25 different tracks. This is a racing game based on the pod race featured in Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace. It was developed and published by LucasArts for Windows PC in April 1999. Later the game was ported and released for several other platforms, namely Nintendo 64, Dreamcast and Game Boy Color. There was originally going to be a PlayStation version of the game, but it was never released. The game currently holds the record for the best-selling sci-fi racing game, having worldwide sales over 3 million, beating other series like Wipeout and F-Zero. I tried this game out in 2000 when my brother's friend borrowed him the game. I absolutely love it, but for some reason I didn't buy it at the time. Since then I've been thinking about it from time to time and how fun it was playing. Then I just forgot about it. But this year, after watching the Star Wars movies again, I saw the pod racing scene and decided to finally go get it. But it wasn't that easy since the game is now 15 years old. But I did find it and I have completed it yet again. A problem with this game though, in my opinion, is the low frame rate from time to time at some maps. Other than that, it's a blast. Banjo-Kazooie. This is a platform game developed and published by Rare for the Nintendo 64 and is the first installment in the Banjo-Kazooie series. The game was a critical and commercial success, selling nearly 2 million copies in the United States and receiving aggregated scores of 92 out of 100. The game's story focuses on the bear Banjo and his bird Kazooie's effort to stop the evil witch Gruntilda and her plans to switch her beauty with Banjo's sister Toti. Banjo's pal Kazooie lets you ride on his back to move around faster and get to places beyond Banjo's reach. The game features 9 open levels where the player must complete a number of challenges like solving puzzles, jumping over obstacles, gathering objects, and defeating opponents. The series no longer belonged to Nintendo since Microsoft bought the company Rare back in 2002. Since then, the game have been released exclusively to the Xbox consoles. An Xbox Live Arcade version of Banjo-Kazooie, developed by 4J Studios, was released for the Xbox 360 in December 2008. Super Mario 64, a platform game published by Nintendo and developed by its Entertainment, Analysis and Development Division for the Nintendo 64. More than 11 million copies of Super Mario 64 have been sold. The title is acclaimed by many critics and fans as one of the greatest and most revolutionary video games of all time. In the game, Mario receives a letter from Princess Peach inviting Mario to come to her castle for a cake she has baked for him. However, when he arrives, Mario discovers that Bowser has invaded the castle and imprisoned the princess and her servants within it using the castle's 120 power stars. Many of the castle's paintings are portals to other worlds, in which Bowser's minions keep watch over those stars. Mario explores the castle for these portals to enter the worlds and recover the stars. He gains access to more rooms as he recovers more power stars, and by doing so he gets even closer to saving his friends. It's the first game I've ever played. I saw my cousin play it, and after I've seen it, I just knew I had to get it. I remember I kept complaining about having no games to play at home. Not long after that, my parents bought me and my brother the Nintendo 64, along with 2 games, Super Mario 64 and a snowboard game. I was the luckiest kid on earth that day.
2.
Donkey Kong 64. This is a platforming game developed by Rare and published by Nintendo. It's a 3D adventure with strong platforming links, similar to that of Super Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie. It was originally planned to be titled Donkey Kong Country 64. The game received critical acclaim with an average of 86.7% on review aggregate site GameRankings. There are a total of 5 playable characters, each with unique abilities and upgrades. The player starts out with access to Donkey Kong only and then goes on to save each of the other 4 monkeys as part of the gameplay. They are each necessary to defeat character-specific bosses in each level. The golden bananas are used as payment to open the entrance to every new level. Each character can also find their own 100 color appropriate bananas per level. These bananas are necessary to unlock boss fights, which drop keys that open the cage of Key Lumpsy, who unlocks new levels to be completed. Till this very day, my favorite boss of all time remains to be the 3rd one in this game. You play as the girl Monkey Tiny against Mad Jack, the weird clown in the box. He hunts you on the pillar trying to kill you, and you jump and spin between them with the help of your long hair. At first I didn't like facing him since I struggled and didn't make the jumps because I didn't know how to do it. I got help with this by my cousin's parent, and after that I wanted to play it over and over again. I was close to put this game in number 1, but the competition is tough, and I think you may all know which number 1 is.
1.
The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. An action-adventure game with role-playing and puzzle elements set in an open-world environment, developed by Nintendo's EAD division for the Nintendo 64. Ocarina of Time is the 5th game in the Legend of Zelda series, and the first with 3D graphics. Released to an overwhelmingly positive critical reception, the game won the grand prize in the interactive art division in Japan. Guinness World Records listed Ocarina of Time as the highest rated game ever reviewed. Since its release, the title is considered by many critics and gamers to be the greatest video game of all time. Your journey starts out with the fairy Navy flying to Link's home in Kokiri and waking him up from a nightmare. One thing leads to another, and Link sets out on a quest to stop Ganondorf, king of the Gerudo tribe, from obtaining the Triforce, a sacred relic that grants the wishes of its holder. With Link's sidekick Navy, you get helpful information throughout the game. Further in the game, you receive the ocarina that Princess Zelda throws into the river when being chased by Ganon, just like Link's dream. This instrument is important to you down the road. by the time you get more equipment at your disposal and also a horse to ride across the field much faster. The gameplay is great, so is the story. If you haven't played it already, I suggest you do so, you won't regret it. This may be my favorite game of all time. That's it guys, thank you so much for watching my videos, and don't forget to leave your thoughts on this video down below, your opinions matter to me. I worked very hard on this video, so please like the video if you enjoyed it and share to your friends, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you are new here, subscribe to the channel because I'm working on new videos and I will try to finish them as soon as possible. With that said, I will see you in the next video. Take care everyone!